G'day team, welcome back to yet another video on vectors. So now that we've started going through building up some more tools for our toolbox, doing operations with vectors, we now know how to find the magnitude of vectors, we know how to find vectors between 2 points. The next step we're going to look at is the parallelism of vectors, all right? So when two non-zero vectors are parallel. So definition straight off the bat, two non-zero vectors are parallel if and only if, all right? Not just if, this is the only condition, all right? If and only if that makes two non-zero vectors parallel. And that is if one is a scalar multiple of the other. So that means like this. So vector A equals some scalar K multiplied by vector B. All right, so if we do in fact have vector A equals a scalar multiplied by vector B, then vector A is parallel to vector B. That's what we just determined. And then also we have the magnitude of vector A. So the length of vector A is equal to the magnitude of the scalar K multiplied by the magnitude of the scalar B. All right. Now, that's a bit of a weird sort of idea to get across, the magnitude of a scalar, sorry. Hopefully you guys have come across modulus before. So when we take the magnitude of a scalar, we're just turning it to the positive value, all right? So we're just going to go through a quick example. So find P given that A, so vector A equals -3 and 1, is parallel to B, vector B, which is -2 and P. So we're trying to find this little P here. So we know that they're parallel. So that means vector A is equal to a scalar K multiplied by vector B. Now, going back to our operations of vectors, we know this scalar here gets multiplied to the -2 and the P. All right, so that's what I've done here. So -3, 1 equals -2K and KP. All right. To make this equation true, the vertical components have to be the same and the horizontal components have to be the same. So I'm going to have two equations here. I'm going to look at the horizontal first. So -3 equals -2K. Divide both sides by 2. So -2, sorry. So K equals +3 divided by 2. All right, cool. We have K. Now let's have a look at the vertical components. So if we're looking at just the vertical component, 1 is equal to KP, but we just found a value for K, okay? So 1 equals 3 on 2P. Now we have to multiply or divide both sides by 3 on 2, which means multiply by the inverse, so multiplying by 2 on 3. Therefore, P is equal to 2/3. All right, so that is one of the most simplest questions you will get with parallelism, but it is just a basic idea that will lead on to the next video and content, all right? Have a few practice questions at that, and we'll see you guys in the next video.